V19.10 just dropped the update, and we're going to go into creative and check it out. Before we do, if you're new to the channel, be sure to drop that like and that sub. It will be always great to have you. Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's do it. Let's go. Congratulations to all the featured islands this week. Let's go ahead and jump into creative so we can check out these amazing new devices we got. I just made this island right now just for this tutorial purpose, so we can go through the devices and check out what's new in Fortnite Creative. Alright, so these are a few of the devices we're going to go over, but before we get started on that, I want to go through the article that you can check out on epicgames.com. The link to this article will be posted below, so be sure to check it out. The article reads Fortnite Creative version 19.10 update by the Fortnite team. This was posted on January the 18th of 2022. The V19.10 update is starting the year off with some big new features, including many community requested features. The real-time clock, map scoreboard, creative name tags, creative manager all receive updates. We've also added some awesome new devices, including the prop manipulator, player counter, and the pop-up dialogue device. Creators, as a reminder, the Fortnite Creative documentation site is updated with additional details, use cases, and thought starters for newly released and updated devices, so be sure to check it out. Again, that link will be posted below. This article continues to go on to let you know all the possible ways you can use all the new devices. It goes on to explain how to use the prop manipulator device. It also lets you know there's a new icon library that you can access for certain devices such as the accolade device, beacons, capture area, explosive device, the map marker, the player counter, and the ball spawner. In addition to that, it continues on to let you know about the new player counter device, the new pop-up dialogue device, there's an update to the real-time clock, there's an update to the creature manager, there's an update to the map scoreboard, and there's an update to creative name tags. So what we're going to do here is go through just a few of the devices one by one, and then I'm going to end this with an awesome example of how to use the pop-up dialogue device. Let's do it. Alright, first up we have the player counter device. And as you see, as soon as you drop this device, you see it's going to be working. When you go into the player counter and view all the options, you can see that you can choose to compare the player count. And these are your options. You can choose to not compare. You can choose fewer than, equal or fewer, not equal to, equal or more, and more than. When you start it off, it starts off as equal to. So this is basically letting you know that it's going to be paying attention to the number of players on your target count. Equal to 18 players, 20 players, whatever you are looking for it to keep track of, you're going to put that number there. For example, watch how I switch the numbers and watch the second number here in the counter. So one player is in this game out of 21. And so on. If you put it at 50, of course it's going to be the same, that's 42. So there's one player out of 50 in this game. This is really great if you're creating like a pre-game lobby and your game requires a certain amount of players and you want it to be equal to a certain amount before the game starts. Go ahead and see how many different games you can create by using the player counter device. Again, these are just brief introductions on how to use these devices. Be sure to go and create a testing ground island for yourself and play around and see what you can do. And this is probably one of the most exciting devices because, at least for me, because I love to create dialogue in my games, and this is going to be extremely useful. In fact, I'm going to actually use this to update my island Eldora's Trap, so I'm really happy that this was released today. Let's check out the options. So once you pop open the device, you can see you can put a title, a description, you can put it on auto display, and your options are pre-game lobby and game start. You can choose a timeout duration, a response type, meaning that there's a number of buttons that the player can press to respond to the NPC, and you can choose one button or two. Then you can go ahead and label your buttons for the responses. Automatically it says OK and cancel, so be sure to update those if you need to. You can set the text box transparency. You also have the options of doing so much more with channels, so be sure to check that out. Again, this is just a brief review, but it looks great so far. Now there's been an update to the real clock device, the real-time clock device, and let's take a look at what that is. I'm going to actually read it from the article itself. So it says here, get your event countdown ready. We're updating the real clock device with 2 heavily requested features. You can now set the RTC to automatically repeat at set intervals of hours, days, weeks, or months, a specified number of times, or even infinitely. You can now define a duration for the clock and have a transmitter fire when the duration elapses. It states here that we've updated our Fortnite Creative real-time clock device documentation with details you need to set yourself up for running an event using the real-time clock. So definitely check it out. You can see here there is some extended options. Be sure to put that to good use. Next up, we have the prop manipulator device, and a lot of players are excited about this device. I can see why. And let's go ahead and just do a review here, what it says from the article. So let's see, it says new prop manipulator device, possibly one of the most requested features ever. This device provides the ability to manipulate the visibility and collision of props, as well as override their health values and send signals when they get damaged or destroyed. Simply attach the device to a single prop or make it into a volume to encompass any number of props, and you can toggle the visibility of those props with transmitters, as well as perform a few other nifty functions. That is going to be a very, very interesting device. Imagine what you can do with mazes with this device. I know I am. I like it. Let's go. Last up, we have the accolades device. So everyone is already familiar with this, but what's new is the icon identifier. When you click on it, you can set an icon for this device. Now, it's not just this device that you'll see it on. You'll also see it on beacons, capture area, explosive device, map marker, player counter, and ball spawner. You can set whichever icon you prefer. And this icon will be used when you use the large splash UI. So let's see here, you set that like that and bam, there you go. Your icon is set and your players should get a very interesting, cool, custom message whenever they earn XP. Alright, last but not least, let's go ahead and run that pop-up dialogue device test. I have an NPC setting over yonder checking out the horizon. Let's go ahead and start a conversation. Let's do it. Alright, so right away you see that it stops and allows the player to choose an option. So I'm going to press X for really. Yep, them there baby dragons love them clumberries. Hey, your name is, and that part did not work. Now, if you do go to the article at epicgamins.com, again, that is posted below, and you go to the section that says pop-up dialogue device, there's 2 markup codes that you can use now. One of them allows you to move the text to a new line. The second one allows you to add a player name to be displayed in the middle of the dialogue. It may not have worked for me because I'm on PS4, but I do encourage you to go ahead and give it a try if you're not on PS4 and see how it does. Let me know if it works. Post a message below or post it in the Discord and FCHQ. We'll definitely want to know if that works for you. If it does not work for you, post a bug report in the Fortnite Creative Discord and let's let them know. Other than that, everything looks great and the time is ticking. Looks like it's time to go, and I can't wait to see what you guys create with these new devices. It's going to be a great week. Let's do it. Alright you guys, that's going to do it for this video. I do hope it helped out. Again, the article link will be posted below. There's some awesome guides that you guys can access just to learn more about the devices in detail. I highly encourage you to check them out. Would be a great read. Other than that, this is your girl Dragon signing off, and I hope I see you guys on the next one. Keep it positive, keep it safe. All right?